bucket of the game goes to 10%. Rozier had 21 to lead the Hornets. Here's LeBron coming off of his second consecutive triple-double lane zone. Rozier's going to go all the way. Blocked by Jones. Lead for LeBron, and the King is there to slam it. Defense to offense for... Document that in a moment.
Well, if you want to get out and run, you got to play that defense, and that's Damian Jones with the rejection and LeBron with the finish.
Now for LaMelo, Rainey, the JBA, back to high school in Ohio, and here is Hayward all the way to score. Hayward working on Jones inside the cutter. There goes Zeller to throw it down with one hand. 22 this year. He's had hip and hand injuries. He's their top rebounder. Schroeder, the ultra-quick Dennis Schroeder. Dennis, the menace from the baseline, and he's got a little mid-range, and it's stolen by Schroeder. Turnover by Ball, taken by LeBron. Here he comes in the spin cycle to score.
Spin, great spin. Hustling back, trying to get back into play, and does.
Washington, that's going to count if it goes. It goes. An opportunity. And to the line, P.J. Washington out of Kentucky in his second year. He's averaged 15 points over. And Schroeder, a couple of years ago, the sixth man of the year in the NBA. Now a starter for the Lakers. Here he goes all the way to the cup and scores off the glass.
Good night.
Away so we can go into the backcourt. Still 10 to shoot. Morris controls it. Has KCP touched it? There is Morris on its way. Nothing but net.
Well, not really on the...
Has he touched the leather yet? Here is LaMelo all the way to score.
The great James have a 1-point lead despite the last hoop. LaMelo. Number 5 on that list, Russell Westbrook. He's closing in on those as well, as he's the league leader this year in triple-double.
Stu, he had a huge game tonight. I know you were watching a lot of that. As LeBron, yes sir, from 3. CP
touched
with the
it.
Basketball. There you go. Thank goodness. So LeBron all the way, hangs in the air. Jones is going to find Caruso. Lakers getting into their action now. Caruso's going to attack over to Jones, and down it goes with the 2 here. Now look at the field goal percentage in March for LeBron James. Unapologetic enjoyment. Never. As we welcome him back into the lineup tonight. Miles Bridges has control of it for the Hornets. They'll hook it on over to Devontae Graham. Boy, he means so much to their plans. And now that he's healthy, in fact, the entire roster is healthy for the Hornets.
Painter.
That bounces out of bounds. Last kicked by the Lakers. Caruso, kick save and a beauty. So with 3:32 to play here in quarter number 1, it'll be out of bounds to Charlotte. And Hayward will make his way to the sideline and bring it in.
A 4-point lead with 3:32 to play when LeBron goes out of the game. Biggest lead thus far for the Lakers has been 7.
Hornets on the attack. That little runner's going to settle in. Terry Rozier with a nice touch. Double figures in 34 of 37 games. 20 or more points 17 times. Here's number 17. Schroeder knocks it down. As THT was in there. Looking for it. Hanging in the air is Caruso. THT on its way. Rebound going to be chased down to the corner by Kuzma, one of the top rebounders for the purple and gold. Again, they'll get another opportunity. So unable to get a defensive board, the Hornets all the way to the rim goes Schroeder, and he's fouled.
Well, long shots, long rebounds, and the Lakers tracked it down twice and were able to come away with extra possessions, and it's going to result in Schroeder going to the line to shoot a pair.
Mike Trudell, Montrezl Harrell, 25 or more in 3 out of his last 4 games.
Yeah, still kind of shocked about that miss earlier, right? He never misses in there. In fact, he's made 30 of his last 37 in the paint across the last 3 games. It's over 80%. Right, Stu? How about a little shot put, a little discus?
He shot putting that ball in the basket. Just as you mentioned, kind of shocking. So to
finish there. Quickly into the front court. Hornets with control of it as they start a second game of the road trip here. Underneath, count it, foul, credit the basket to Biyombo.
Graham was the guy that delivered it inside to Gordon Hayward, and just a shovel pass. That interior pass.
The West, by the way, has 9 teams And this is an interesting stretch for them over the next three. Lakers shooting 50%, 53% so far for the Hornets. Kuzma has not scored. Schroeder handling it, and he'll reorganize and survey and get it right back from Kuzma. 8 to shoot, minute and a half to go in the quarter. Little on big. Biyombo in front of Schroeder. Wants to take him to the basket if he can. Instead, he'll pull up and rattle it in.
Well, Biyombo was so afraid of that first.
Behind Clarkson and Ross of the Magic.
1 out of 2 from the line mid-time for Montez. Laker lead is 6.
Here comes Devontae Graham. Went to Kansas for 4 years. Rock Shock Jayhawk. Underneath, boy, Biyombo, that's good hands for him right there. And Biyombo's got another three-point opportunity with half a minute to play here in the quarter.
That's just being in the right place, because they did a good job of getting dribble penetration and then find the big man. The big man throws it in, and Schroeder reaches in and picks up the
on his the other night at